My name is Kenna Casto. My name is Kenna Casto. It is January 1st, 2021. Today is January 3rd, 2022. I am 22 years old. I am 23 years old. I have on Instagram 1,344 followers. On YouTube we have 611 subscribers. Right now I have 1,258 followers on Instagram and we have 261 subscribers on YouTube. I knew
I'm not to react to something.
we grew a good amount, but I know our goal was 1,000, so we have just been so bummed about not hitting 1,000. I don't think we realized we gained over 400. My most liked picture has 382 likes. It is a picture of me in a green bikini that says Hot Girl Summer from 2019. My most liked picture is still the same one as last year. I would love to change this one, but that's not up to me. So the most viewed Ken video is unboxing my iPhone 12 Pro Max plus setup plus accessories, and it currently has 9,897 views. My most viewed video, or most viewed Ken video, is still the same, and it now has 20,000 views, which is crazy to think it changed. Would love to change that one as well, but happy about it. Mine's favorite for a different reason this year. My favorite video is my most recent Parsons video. I just have had the most engagement on that and the most people DM me on Instagram about it, which just means I'm doing what I want to do, and if that's my little niche, I guess, I'm all about it. I never get recognized for my videos. I will say it's definitely something people talk to me about though. When people see me, they typically bring it up, which does surprise me. I would say live in the moment and stop worrying about the future. That's crazy because I felt like I needed to hear that now more than then. I would tell my future self to remember where you came from and continue to be there for the people that have been there for you.
What content creator inspires you the most?
I think Whitney Simmons. My initial response would still be her because this year specifically she has opened up about her mental health and being diagnosed with depression and also talking about anxiety. I know it's one thing for all of us to say we're depressed or we have anxiety, but she's been so open about there's been days where she doesn't want to be here, and she's talked about that, and I think that takes a lot of vulnerability, and even through it all she still puts a smile on her face, at least for us. There's many a days just her popping on to say it's a beautiful day to be alive. Just reminds me there's so much to be grateful for. No, I haven't met her. It's crazy to say this, but now the biggest thing I feel I've done in my career is just graduate from college. The fact that it's in a rearview mirror is kind of crazy. Maybe once a week. That's definitely changed from last year because I'm living at home since I graduated. So obviously I talk to my mom and dad every day. One that I do always love is burlesque. I'll just preface this with I don't really enjoy movies. It's not my thing. But I do really love Mamma Mia. Yes, I feel lots of pressure from lots of different areas. For me right now, my biggest area that I feel pressure in is post-grad life and plans. I mean, I don't think I showed it then, but I was terrified. And probably more terrified than I am now, just because I've had time to come to terms with it. I just always thought I was better than what it turned out to be. I was trying to oversell myself so that way I would just live up to the standards. Do I feel pressure? Yes. And it's still something I don't feel I talk about a lot because there's this image of me, and there's some things I still very much just keep to myself. Yes, I don't really talk about it that much, to be honest. It's just an internal thing I'm trying to work through. Yeah. Y'all heard the timid yes. I was yeah. No, I probably was handling it better then. I'll be honest, I'm not handling it well now. There's days recently that I'm shocked at the mental health state that I'm in, and I don't talk about it. I know how to handle it internally. To me, and I know this isn't true, but it's still how I think, it shows this huge weakness, and I don't want to be viewed as weak because it's like taken me a long time to be viewed as strong. No, I do not have a boyfriend. Yes, I have a boyfriend. We started dating recently, so it's pretty new, I would say. If you would ask me last year, would I have a boyfriend this year, I'd been like, nah. I'm really happy. He makes me happy. Letting other people determine my emotions and putting my value in them instead of myself. That's the wisdom. There was a lot of things in college I put off until like my quote-unquote senior year, and with COVID obviously so much of it didn't happen. And even though we haven't fully exited this pandemic, I do feel like the past 365 days I have like lived life as much to the fullest while still being on track with my life. So I regret not taking advantage of certain opportunities when I had them. I want to really find the type of content on all platforms that like I enjoy creating, and find, I don't want to say an audience, but more of a community. I don't like the terms, and I don't like the culture of an influencer or like a social media star. Like I'd rather just be like a role model or like a friend, and maybe that's naive to say now, but the only person in life that you can really count on is yourself, and you should live every day for yourself, and everything is internal, and you really gotta take care of yourself, know yourself better than anyone else, or else you're gonna be struggling, sister. That would be my go-to answer now, still. Okay, I can't find one that sticks out that's like, this is my favorite, even though I will say they are all mainly positive. I don't think we get that many like hate ones. I think just the ones in general that indicate that like anything Parsons related help them make a decision about if it was the right place to go to school for them. That's exactly why I made the video, and that's exactly what I wanted to do, and I know that decision for me really, it changed my life forever, so the fact that I could potentially change someone's life forever. There are certain videos I would love to do with certain people, but I'm not in their circles, you know? Like I would love to be in a David Dobrik vlog one day. He wouldn't surprise me or surprise someone else with me. I know I'm not making it, but I love the friend group they have. It reminds me of ours. Or I would say Alicia and Marie. Love to do Truth or Drink with the Queen. I'm not relevant enough, but it's a girl can dream. Okay, this has changed. So I would love to be a guest on Zayn and Eve Unfiltered, because that's one of my favorite podcasts, or be on Alicia and Rami's Pretty Basic podcast. Any of them. Yeah, I still haven't left the country. I think my top spot right now is Greece. I mean, I think I gotta say Ariana Grande. I would say second to Chase Rice or Tim McGraw. Literally the exact same. Green, for sure. It's definitely green. I am having the slightest bit of a hot pink moment, but still green. I don't love this question. I just feel like if you're not a celebrity, it's really hard to have like economic standing to really dress how you want. I strive to be timeless, so that's gonna be my answer. It's evolving. We're very new, very small. I think it's too saturated around consumerism, and it needs to evolve from that. Everyone does all these huge hauls, all these huge unboxings, and PR. Even though I see the point, I get the point. It's very, very wasteful. How many videos have been centered around Amazon this year? We're feeding into large corporations that are now controlling everything we do, whether we know it or not. So I won't get into it. That's your knowledge for the day. I 1000% agree, and that's one of my biggest pet peeves. Think about how many things are bought just for a video and you never use again, or think about these hauls. I know people think they're being more genuine online, but I think the people, specifically that I watch on YouTube, have such an outlandish life compared to the average person. It has become less authentic to me. I totally think being a full-time content creator is a full-time job, but it's not relatable anymore because realistically, most of us aren't. Like, I wish more people had 9-to-5 jobs and still chose to do the YouTube on top of it, at least to an extent. And I know they probably couldn't post as much or post maybe the same quality as these full-time content creators. I want to find a content creator whose main job isn't being a content creator. That's just real. You can't expect to succeed if you only put in work on the days you feel like it. That was good. That was good. I think I'm just gonna stick with that, with the exception of like, show yourself grace. If you're enjoying the content you're making, then that's the content we want to see as viewers. I hope you're content, because a lot's gonna change.
No, bestie.
I mean, I am content with what I have. It's not what I hope to have. I think the pandemic also kind of re-upping right now is making that happen again. I would say whatever happens, be grateful and greet each day with just like an open heart, ready to enjoy life. Cancun. Oh, that's such a shallow answer. I'm kind of embarrassed by that answer. When I was filming this last year, I was at the top of my game. I was living life. I knew I was going to accomplish, or I thought I was going to accomplish all the things that were tough. So I was picking something frivolous. Humbly, I'm sitting here today to tell you I didn't accomplish certain things. So by this time next year, I hope to have accomplished getting a job and moving out on my own. Myself, I don't think there'll be too many more years in my life where I can solely focus on what's best for me and my personal and professional happiness. I think eventually someone else will come into the picture, hopefully, and then eventually one day long down the road, kids will. I definitely stand by that. I would say specifically this year is focus on my career and put all the effort into that. I put most of my effort into myself and finishing school, which I was rightfully so, and I don't regret it. And I'm so thankful for like the personal memories I made the second half of the year. And I've never had a time like that in my life, so definitely don't regret it. But this year it's time to switch and do a little bit more career. I mean, to be vague, everything, but I think time matters the most now, and what you do with it, and how you make the most of it, regardless of the circumstance. I think that's a good answer. Post-grad plans, all that goes into it, as well as confidence in myself and how I look. Well, not necessarily just how I look, but everything. I do think I'm pretty confident in myself. I'm struggling with being at home and not having an income. Han, Matthew, I'll say those two. Yeah, I would say those two again. Living on my own, 100% alone. Yeah, that's it. What she said, because I didn't get there. I turned off my alarm. If I want to know anything, I can figure it out. And how privacy doesn't exist anymore, regardless of your social status. Facts. I would also say, like, I don't know if this counts as technology, but how fast things are being transported. Things can show up within 12 hours at your door. There's a vaccine being administered to, at the moment, healthcare workers to hopefully improve the coronavirus. I don't really know if this is positive, but I've appreciated it being unemployed. My student debt payments keep getting pushed back. That I'll change in a bad way. I can see myself disconnecting from everything. My biggest fear, and I might cripple and die if this happens, is if I don't have a job. My best friends are Hannah, Matthew, Abby, Alex, and then Abby. My list has gotten longer this year. I would say my best friends are Hannah, Abby, Matthew, Josh, I would say Drew, and Addie. Yes, 2020. I think with being inside so much, I kind of lost, well, we all lost social interactions. Therefore, I really had to find validation through myself, which I haven't struggled with in the past. But when it only comes from yourself, you start to then second guess yourself and then have higher and higher standards of what confidence is to you. There's also new things that I'm experiencing, like I've talked about with post-grad life, that it's hard to be confident in, even once I figure it out. I would say yes, and different ways. I think I am more confident now in my abilities despite not achieving what I wanted to. I think by hitting, not rock bottom, but a place I never, like a low I never thought I'd have to experience, it just makes me more confident in what I know I am capable of, even if I'm not necessarily doing that at this exact moment. I would say show up for the people you care about. Always let them know how much they mean to you. Truly be present in the moment when you're there with them. Make your life the life you want it to be. My goal for 2021 in relation to Ken and Han, our channel, I want us to get to 1,000 subscribers. Oh, we know that one didn't happen. I would say that's still my goal. I'd like analytically like our views and stuff to go up. Like we do put a lot of work in, it'd be nice for them to perform better. And then more like a personal and fun one, I'd love to have a better like cross platform like integration of what we do and have fun, of course.